Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Fire Emblem Three Houses, and this is my first ever run of the Blue Lions route of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are about to head into Chapter 20, the Impregnable Fortress. I almost said impregnable.
The Impregnable Fortress.
I'm sure that's a word in some place, right? Okay, this is, like, again, I have no idea what's going to be happening past this point.
Claude steps down as its leader.
That was an amazing moment last time in the last video.
Lords swear fealty to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The chaos in the kingdom begins to dissipate as the people unite under Dimitri's rule.
So,
Riding
like,
this momentum, the kingdom army prepares to march south for a decisive battle against Imperial forces.
It's a good time to do it. That's so cool that, like, Claude was such a, like, central, like, pillar for the Alliance that when he put his trust in Dimitri, the rest of the Alliance kind of, like, went from chaos to support very quickly. But I suppose, like, some of them might not have had a choice, but then some of them might have done it because they respect Claude so much, and that means a lot to me. Claude has shown us many times, especially in the last episode, how he is just a good leader and how people who follow him for a reason. And of course he does have his teammates and his fellow friends to support him. Just like anyone else does. Oh, there's a birthday already? It's yes. I don't think when was the last time we took Casper to tea like a long time. I think you'd like ginger tea.
Hey, Professor,
a long time ago.
Interesting to share? Oh yeah.
Hand it over.
This is a good one. Come on, hand it over. Thanks.
Will you like the tea? Last time we had tea when we like burnt his mouth. Oh god, no, he didn't. He was the one who chugged it. like it's a beer. Okay, let's try and get this right. Huh? Strange fish and fauna and valuable allies, capable comrades? No, oh, he doesn't. I keep forgetting. I got that one wrong last time too. He doesn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The opera, working hours for guards, a new gambit. Okay, awesome. Awesome. We can still get something out of this.
Huh?
Gifts you like to receive, plans for future, your ambitions. Okay, good. We got two. The first one, like, I think I just made the same mistake last time.
Alongside you. I can always count on your commands to get us through.
If it wasn't for your critical attacks, we'd be in trouble. Oh, okay. Nod. Yeah, okay. Perfect tea time still. Let's end it.
Thanks for this, Professor. Don't you want to get some exercise, though? Come on, let's go train.
Always, Casper. Let's go. I'm surprised here we are. Okay, I was surprised we didn't get to the part of the story where they tell us what's going to be happening this month.
We will finally have our decisive battle with the Empire this month.
Oh, wow.
The Eastern Lords are in the process of consolidating all of the troops within the entire kingdom. In addition, ever since Aryan Road's liberation, the Western Lords have been declaring their fealty, one after another.
Affairs within the kingdom have calmed down considerably, and we even managed to
So everything's looking good.
Although it was a rough go at first, I'm starting to feel like we could actually win this. That's true. Thinking back on it now, we've really come a long way.
What's funny is, like, you know, this kind of makes, like, well, the whole thing makes so much sense. Like, we had a massive victory, and we've gotten the Alliance. We saved the Alliance, or at least the Alliance's leader. Like, of course people would start, like, falling in line and being like, okay, this is the team. This is the team that should win. This is the team that we should put our money with.
We even have a lead as to where Rhea is located. It is as we predicted all along.
Yep.
If we are to
Claude told
rescue
us.
Rhea, then we must defeat the Emperor. If we're going to march from the monastery to Inbar, then we'll have to cross the Great Bridge of Murden again, right?
Yes, I believe so. As we have gained the Alliance,
That's what's insane though as well. Like, one bridge is so important in a war.
We can cross Gronder Field and head south. And then we'll take Mercius, the so-called impregnable fortress that towers on the other side.
An impregnable fortress.
Fort Mercius, I know of it. They say it rivals even Aryan Road.
Count Burgleys, the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs, once had troops stationed there. But according to our spies, a large-scale military force has entered the stronghold. Perhaps they are gathering soldiers from
I wonder if we're gonna have to find a way to, like, break into the actual fortress itself. I'll ask.
It is unlike you to worry so. But I feel we have no choice but to strip that place of its impregnable reputation.
Good man.
Once we take Fort Mercius, Enbar will be within reach. This is the Empire's last chance to stop us from arriving at our goal.
In other words, if we take this fort, then our blades will be at the Emperor's
That is a way. That is one way to put it.
If this is the last fort between us and them, then the Emperor will likely do everything she can to strengthen its defenses.
I just received a report on that very subject. The one commanding the troops stationed at Fort Merceus is someone we have crossed.
Who is it? The
blades
Death
with many
Knight?
times. It is the Death
Oh
Knight
my
who
god,
awaits
yeah,
us
we're
there.
good. Here it comes. This has been building up for the entire game.
So that's who we'll be battling.
Oh, Mercedes.
Emil.
I feel terrible for, like, of course, like, it's gonna be difficult. And, like, yeah, like, we talk about it all the time. Of course, like, we have to do certain things. But it doesn't make it any easier. It does not make it any easier. Let's go explore. The last battle we had was my favorite, I think, of the entire game. And, like, the conversations we had as well were also just freaking awesome. They really were. How do we, can we, like, yeah, that's better. Like, I had so much fun in the last fight. And, like, also, like, the ending to it was just so, like, I don't know. Inspiring is a weird word to use here. But that's exactly what it felt like. It was very inspiring to see someone like Claude put his, like, faith in us. Are you okay?
Oh, Professor. Good timing. You have to talk some sense into my father.
What happened?
Recently, he's been doing nothing but work
Oh,
himself
right.
to the bone. Even when he's taking breaks from training and errands, he's apparently listening to reports, day in and day out. He's getting on in years, you know? I just want him to take care of himself.
Look at his amazing daughter. Always looking out for him at all stages. But that actually, like, kind of, like, makes a lot of sense for Gilbert's character, or Gustav's character. Like, what we're seeing here with Gustav, or Gilbert, I'll call him Gilbert, I know him as Gilbert. Gilbert is, like, trying to make up for what he perceives as his biggest mistake. He's, instead of doing nothing or being late, he's trying to make sure that every single avenue that he can, like, enter into is accounted for. You okay, kids?
We're finally going to attack the Empire? I'm actually getting a little nervous.
Oh, don't.
Please defeat the Emperor and save Lady Rhea. I'll be waiting here with all of the necessary preparations for a huge celebration.
No problem, kid. No problem whatsoever, thank you. We're doing it for you as well. I wonder as well, when we heard them talk about... We heard the guys talk about the Emperor. They call her the Emperor. And I'm wondering if they avoid calling her Edelgard. Not because, like, they're afraid of her, but because they're afraid to, like, you know, get too inside their own heads with this. It's like, if you call her the Emperor, it separates that friendship tie a little bit, right? Like, you no longer have to think of her as Edelgard. It's just the Emperor. And I wonder if that has something to do with it, or if they're just trying to be efficient. Either or.
Lady Rhea was taken to the Empire? Why'd they take Lady Rhea? Professor,
I don't think so.
they didn't take her to
And
kill
Claude
her,
doesn't
did
think so
they?
either, so... Yeah.
That's good. We just gotta beat the Imperial Army and get her back, right? You gotta help her, Professor. I'm begging you.
We're bringing him for the mission with Rhea, by the way, when we're saving Rhea. We're bringing him along. Like, I feel like it's really unfair to not bring him along. People can be like, well, now you have to bring Catherine along. Sure. Oh, the two gatekeepers. You have a friend?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Merceus next? That doesn't sound like
You have
the
some
brightest
insight?
idea. I've heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even the largest of armies.
True.
And not to tell you how to do your job, but don't do it. I'm not ready to say
Oh.
my final goodbyes to everyone.
It's okay. It's not gonna be the final goodbyes. We're gonna take over this whole fort for ourselves. And we're gonna win. Somehow. Who's in here that we can talk to? Oh, our boy Sylvain. How are you doing, boy?
You know, Professor, laying siege to a keep is like asking a girl out on a date.
Sylvain.
First, you get past her defenses.
Sylvain.
Then you make your move.
That's not. You know what? We'll get. We're 60 hours into this game. Let's just throw him a bone.
See, you get it. Our fearless leader, on the other hand, he's never been good with the ladies. Anyway, I figure you go after the main gate. You take that out, and I'm sure we can win.
Sure, Sylvain.
Of course, you're making the tactical calls. I'm happier to follow than to lead.
Sure. Like at this point, we're like, I'm like, it's just him. That's just Sylvain. Okay, so we don't have any quests this month either, which I kind of like appreciate quite a bit. Because to me, it's like, it just doesn't make sense to have a bunch of quests, especially, no one would ask you to do a bunch of quests either when you're like on the verge of war like this, you know? Unless it's like gathering like intel or gathering information. Oh, hello, Eloise. You were on your own?
So Lady Rhea was in the Empire all this time. Wish I'd known that 5 years ago, but there's nothing we can do about it now. What we can do, though, is topple the Empire.
Sure.
Will you seize victory with us, Professor? For the sake of the late Captain?
I think one of like the funniest things that like, you know, a lot of people who don't play this game probably won't understand is that like there's a lot of like really cool environmental storytelling and even like gradual like how do I say it, subtle storytelling in a way as well. That's not like, you know, like, oh, like this secret thing that happened in this game you'll never believe. It's more just a case of like, I'll stop here for a second just to say it, but like we had when we came back from the time skip, everyone was downtrodden. No one had any hope. People were just like buying time basically like until they figured it was going to end. Like that's what everyone was talking about, how this is going to end. Will we have a future? Will we see anyone again? Will we see Claude again? Will anything like that even like come to pass? And now we've gotten to the stage because we've had so many victories, because we've had so much good stuff happening as well. Wow, the monastery looks really cool. From this perspective, the cathedral. Wow. Because we've had so many victories and so many good things happen, people are talking with a lot of hope. And it makes me really happy.
Death Knight.
Apart from Mercedes.
Death Knight. To be perfectly honest, I am.
Poor Mercedes. She like supports all of us, and like I feel like I can't support her in this time of need. If we have some time, we could probably bring her to tea, maybe. And not that I would do much. It's not going to help at all. Let's go up to the second floor. We have Flane, Gilbert, Manuela, Dimitri, and DEDUE are in there, and Heineman's over here. Let's go to the library first. I was so shocked to find out, by the way, that like, just straight up, like Claude could have died in the last mission.
Fort Mercius is the Empire's single most fortified military installation. Utterly impregnable, they say. I wonder, do you happen to know the nickname given to Fort Mercius?
I don't. Fodlan's Locket sounds really cool.
That one is a fortress that stands at Fodlan's throat. Seems Fodlans give everyone and everything a nickname. Why, you were called the Ashen Demon. Myself, I have been called the Father of Crestology.
Did you give yourself that title?
As well as a title.
It's okay, you can give yourself a nickname. Fodlan's Locket is a really cool name for a castle. It's a really cool name for a fortress. I much prefer, like, titles that are like, oh, Manuela, like, looking out in the, like... Ember holds a lot of memories for me. Like, I don't know, I like subtle names, and not subtle, but like, kind of like, more sentimental names for, like, tougher things.
Step closer to Enbar, I'm reminded of another part of my past. Riches and poverty, glory and failure. That city has it all. And, if I'm honest, sometimes I miss it. That's how the past works, though, isn't it? It's always a different story than what you really lived.
The thing is, if we didn't recruit Manuela, as you guys have said in the comment section, if we didn't recruit her, she would be on the opposite side. So, like, I'm very grateful in many ways that we have her on our team. Once we take Fort Mercius.
Fort Mercius is a keep that was constructed to defend the imperial capital, Enbar. We cannot enter the capital without first capturing that fort. But once we have it, the city should be almost entirely at our mercy.
Right.
Now that we know Rhea is there, we must move with the utmost urgency.
The Death Knight.
Oh yeah, you have a big history with the Death Knight Flame.
Professor, you remember my connection to him, do you not?
Of course.
I am still working.
Of course I remember.
From back then. All these years later. If we meet him, I swear I will have my revenge.
Funnily enough, I think that happened all the way back in December. Man, like, doesn't this feel like we're coming towards the climax? Doesn't it feel that way? Like, it feels like something big or massive is going to happen. Hey you, Inez worried about you, dude.
Even in the kingdom, only a few people knew about His Highness and Edelgard's relationship. Me? I always knew those two to be like brother and sister. To think that we would come to see this world, where they are at war with one another. I live it, and can still barely imagine such a truth.
Gilbert, I don't know how you, like, find time to do all the stuff you're doing, and you find time to be, like, I suppose, like, thoughtful of other people as well. Like, well, obviously not as thoughtful about Annette for the first 60 hours of this game, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, thoughtful. So we can go to the 3rd floor, but I think we're going to talk to Dimitri and DEDUE now as well.
Professor, from this point onward, we're in all-out war with the Empire. Are you prepared, Professor?
Are you?
I have already steeled myself as best I can. First, we capture Fort Mercius. The fighting will undoubtedly be brutal, but we must prevail.
Sure.
As far as this army and I are concerned, you're our last ray of hope. We are relying on you.
Dimitri, we're relying on you more than you know. Like, a happier and, like, more motivated Dimitri has done wonders for our team.
Claude has stepped down from leadership, and Leicester is now a vassal state of Fargus. The lords of the Western Kingdom are beginning to declare fealty to us in greater numbers also. The Empire is our only remaining enemy.
And he smiles about that. And, like, why not? Like, you know, we've all worked very hard. We've all lost a lot of people. We're coming to the stage now, like, where, like, of course we're going to feel a little bit good about being able to, like, remove a lot of our enemies here. Marianne is on the bridge? Didn't even realize Marianne. I apologize. Which way is the bridge? This way? Yeah. Wait, no? Am I... Oh, okay. It was just loading in. It was just loading in. Hello.
Now that the alliance has been dissolved, what will become of the nobility?
I'm not sure.
All of Fodlan is going to change. I suppose I'll have to change with it.
Look at, I love you, girl. You are the best. Top tier character. S tier character. Above all, like, I care about every character, like, mostly every character that is in our team or on the Blue Lines or in this monastery. But, like, I think it's also, like, important to, like, say that, like, some characters obviously you're gonna love more than others. Marianne is, like, top tier of that list, guys. She's so awesome. And so sweet as well. So we have 2 people in the Blue Lion state, and that's Ingrid and... yeah.
Could be. I wonder where Claude will go. From the sound of it, he's leaving Fodlan altogether. He was strangely gallant about the whole thing.
Yeah, he was very mature about it, too.
His relic behind. Elusive and mysterious to the end, isn't he?
Yeah, he was very mature.
Just as we suspected, Lady Rhea was taken to the Imperial capital. We must get to the capital as quickly as possible. So many people are worried sick about her. I do wonder when Claude managed to learn Lady Rhea's whereabouts. He's pretty shrewd. I can't help but admire him.
Yeah, he is very admirable. The thing is as well, I wouldn't be too worried about where he found it out because, like even if it's a little bit shady, like, I don't think Claude has the ability in his body to, like, be evil. I don't think it's in Claude. Is Catherine and Felix in here? Of course. I don't think Claude has that in him. I think he's, he's doing things for the greater good of his group.
We defeated Lord Arundel. The Emperor must have been surprised. If we can keep up that fervor, perhaps we'll capture Fort Mercius and move on to the Imperial capital. We must not be overconfident, though.
Sure. We are going to win. Let's proceed with caution, though. I'm trying to keep Felix happy.
Beasts are ultimately the same. When they're cornered, they lash out however they can. They fight for their lives. Who knows how the Emperor will lash out? We have to be careful.
Again, Felix is like... Not only has I feel like he has been right in a lot of conversations, or at least when it comes to battles and war and, like, tactics, I feel like he thinks things through more than I even give him credit for. I really do.
We took quite the detour. It was time-consuming, but finally, we got the information we needed. We crush the Empire, we get Lady Rhea back. 2 birds, 1 stone. First, we take Fort Mercius. I'll put my heart in it. I'll crack him like a rusty helmet.
Well, okay, we're going to be changing some of the appearance. So in battle, I think he's fine with what he is. But it's just certain characters I want to, like, make sure. So what we did is, like, when he's in battle, I did this, but, like, the class outfit is really cool, too. I think the black just looks way cooler. Like, maybe that's just because, like, I don't know. So in battle, we have the class. The class is this, though, which looks really cool, too. But I think his armor is really awesome. That's the problem. Felix is something I was thinking of changing, because especially when we upgrade him, he's going to look even cooler. So I want to change him back. No, we'll change him back when he gets that upward class. I think everyone else is pretty okay. In battle, like, the class for him is actually pretty cool too. But it doesn't change a whole hell of a lot. You know what I mean? Because you can't really change it. Sylvain. Yeah, I think it's fine. I just wanted to check Felix's appearance because, like, I feel like when we upgrade his class, it's going to be pretty cool. I think at this point, we have some supports. Probably not a lot. We have Dimitri and Catherine, which, yeah, we expected that. To build up some other supports, though, let's go to the dining hall and get something to eat. Oh, we didn't talk to you yet, though, Shamir. Sorry.
Kingdom and alliance once part of the same country? If you think about it that way, it makes sense for them to unite.
Mm-hmm. It's actually very beautiful.
Kingdom was once part of the Empire as well. Even if Fodlan came together, I wouldn't be surprised if it fell apart again.
Shamir's a realist. What's so cool about her character, though, like Shamir in general, like, is that, like, I feel like you can always appreciate her input because it's not coming from a place of, like, trying to make you feel good or, like, worrying or being too worried about what's going to be happening. Obviously, she's definitely worried about what's going to be happening, but at the same time, I feel like she's trying to, like, look at things from a personal perspective, but a perspective that is definitely logical in a lot of ways.
Fort Mercius is next, huh? Ah, the memories. It's a huge stronghold in my father's
Oh my
domain.
god,
The town's completely surrounded by high walls. I used to run around there when I was a kid.
Oh, Caspar.
Way back when a fortress was just a playground for me. Yeah, those were the days.
What's so funny about this poor boy is that, like, we ripped him away from his family in a way. And I think, like, he decided for himself, right? It was his decision to come back to the monastery. So, like, it's not like I'm forcing him to do anything. I would let him go if he wanted to go. But at the same time, it just feels so bad sometimes when we're, like, putting him up against people that he should have been, you know, united with. So we have DEDUE has ranked almost, Flane and DEDUE. But I think we want to do Dimitri and Flane. Oh, but Felix and... No, Dimitri and Flane. Dimitri and Flane. Let's see, full menu. Dimitri and Flane. Yes, there they are. The reason we're doing Dimitri and Flane is because this is one that we started, but didn't actually go through with. We can raise his stuff with Annette at any point. It just takes one level to raise up his stuff with Annette. We only have...
Oh, this
is nearly...
I think we're coming close to... I'm not sure exactly how many chapters in this, but we have... Like, I think we're actually coming close to an end with this, and that's what's kind of sad. Felix and Flane is the only one, so he can't do anything. Ash is pretty much done. I'm sorry, guys. We're focusing on ones that we really want to do now. Alois is getting so ignored. Annette and Dimitri and Annette and Heinemann, I guess we'll do it. Annette and Heinemann. Again, it's not my favorite in the world, but, like, it's something. It's something to give them. Man, it's so stressful. It's so stressful because, like, earlier on we were like, oh man, we have so many chapters to do this. I really feel like we're closing in on the last few chapters. And don't tell me, by the way, when the last chapter is going to be, if you don't mind. Obviously, it's not the end of the world. Ingrid and Seth, of course. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, kind of want it to be like, to creep up on me a little bit. I also don't want to play this game like there's an impending doom coming too. Yeah. I want to play this game like I naturally would. To me, like, that's like when I don't know if you guys do this. Please, like, obviously tell me your perspective on this. For me, like, when I like look up how many chapters are in a game, it kind of ruins the game sometimes. Not ruins the game is a little bit harsh, but it kind of gets to a stage where it's kind of like, now I know exactly where this is going to end. And like at that point, it's like, you know, it feels like we're It feels like I'm always just looking towards that final chapter. I'm guessing though that there's about 3 or 4 chapters left, maybe even like 2. I'm not sure, but like that's what I'm thinking right now. I don't know. Again, it wouldn't ruin the game to know how many chapters are left in the game, but like it's just something I kind of want to figure out for myself as we're going along. Cyril and Shamir is Oh, today's special. Maybe they're in today's special. Shamir and yes, they are. Great. I like this little interaction between them. You gonna blush again?
Your table manners are the one truly adult aspect about you, Cyril.
I wonder if it's changed because their support is higher.
I hope I can get more aspects real soon.
Like, he needs to get more adult. He is very, like, babyish still. He still is our baby. Who else have we not, like... Gilbert and Manuela has done. Gilbert and Dimitri, but he's already eaten 2, hasn't he? Yeah, Gilbert and DEDUE. DEDUE ate 2, right? DEDUE ate already. No, he didn't. Yeah, I'm 100% up for doing this. 100% up for doing this. This has worked out more than other dinners we've had. Sometimes it doesn't work out at all.
This is
the 2 tall boys eating food together. And if we're looking now to what else we can do with these supports. At this point, it's probably just Alois and someone, maybe. Again, as we get later into the game. Oh, Felix hasn't eaten yet. Felix, have dinner with Ash. So we can get motivated.
That looks appetizing.
So he said sometimes it looks better with company. Hold on a second. What's the tournament today? Does it say? Let's check the tournament before we let anyone else eat. We don't really need to level up Sylvain that much. Ultimate Sword Tournament. I kind of want to, like, Manuela could do it too. Catherine could be really awesome. But I think we're going to let Felix try. Like, I want to see, I like doing these tournaments because it feels like it's an actual, like, some normalcy, like, amongst all the craziness that's happening. And while, like, it's a video game, I get that. At the same time, I like to, like, you know, to me it's a real world as well. Right, it's a real world that I like to live in, that I like to, like, get immersed in. As soon as I start thinking of it as only a video game, I don't know, that's when I stop enjoying many video games. How dare you? The problem is with Felix is that he doesn't have a crazy amount of defense, especially since we made him into this class here. So I feel kind of bad. Let's heal him up. Quarterfinals. We might only make it to like the end of the semifinals. Okay, that's good. I don't think we need to heal for this next one. We could try get through the semifinals. I still think we might get destroyed with like a crit attack at some point though. Oh my god, it's a Falcon Knight. Okay, that's good. He looks so awesome. That outfit's so cool. I don't know why I ever like made him not wear it. It looks so awesome. And here we go. We're please. Oh my god, that looks so cool. How can we get that outfit? I know we can't get the mask probably, but like, oh, it doesn't look as cool in practice. Well done, Felix. That was all you. And we got a master seal for it. We're gonna enter this tournament every single month now at this point. Okay, that's pretty much all we have to do here apart from our supports. So we have DEDUE and Gilbert, which is going to be an interesting one. Dimitri and Catherine, which is also going to be an interesting one. Annette and Heinemann, which is always strange. And that's pretty much it. Let's start with DEDUE and Gilbert. So they can't deepen this bond together. Okay.
Impressive that you made it back, DEDUE. It was you who saved His Highness from prison. We, all of us, thought you were dead.
My wounds were severe, but I managed. So long as I draw breath, I fight for His Highness.
Is that so?
But in my absence, you have protected him. Thank you, Gilbert, for returning to us.
Stop. I left once. I have wondered if I will be forced to leave once more after this battle is done.
Would you accept that? I imagine not.
Of course not.
You are still Gustav at heart, even now.
He needs to hear this.
To replace you. Not yet. I still have a great deal more to learn.
I really want to say like, oh, he's wrong here, but I feel like from the stories we've heard of what Gilbert has done in the past, Gilbert is one of the greatest knights in history, right? Like, I'm not wrong in saying it. If I am wrong, please do correct me, but like, you have to come a long way and get a lot of accolades and do a lot of things to get to a point where you are like the same as Gilbert. People in the comment section probably be like, the world's ending. Calvin gave a compliment to Gilbert. No, he's great. Like, he's a great knight. He definitely is. And I've always said that he would be very good at, like, you know, and resourceful for the rest of the people in here. He was very good for Ash.
For now, all I can do is continue to be a shield for his
All I can do. You've done so much for him, though.
It is unlike you to be so talkative.
He cares.
I could not be silent.
He cares.
So long as you understand, I will leave the kingdom someday. It may not be until the day I die, but the time will come. This war. I'm a much older man than I was when it began. Sooner or later, someone must take my place. Do not try to carry the weight alone, DEDUE. There are many talented and well-trained officers. Work together with them to assure our king's future. Do that, and when the time comes,
oh, that's kind of heartbreaking, though, right?
Thank you for the advice. However,
yes.
It is too soon to treat you like an old
Oh
man.
my god, this is...
You still have at least 10 years of service. Fargus, no. His
Oh.
Highness needs you, as do I.
Why is this the one that's gonna hit me?
Truly senile.
A fair point. There's no reason to let old age make one timid.
Yeah.
Even as I work to surpass you, I still rely on you.
Is that so? Well then, we have more fighting ahead of us to do. We should get to it, for the future of Fargus.
A beautiful end. A beautiful end to that support. One of the best supports I've seen, guys. Like, cause it's exactly what they both needed to hear. Like, I feel like they are like... As I said, I don't think DEDUE is at the level where he can, like, be what Gilbert was to the kingdom, right? Like, he can't be at the level. But there's no reason that he can't be with a little bit of help. Are you okay? There's no reason he can't be, like, without a bit of help. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, at all. And, like, that's what he's saying. Like, you know, Gilbert wasn't Gilbert because he was, you know, by himself. He had many people who propped him up. Yes, he was amazing by himself, but to have a lot of people with you was also amazing. And look at this crew that we have here. I think we've assembled a really good one. Let's do Heinemann and Annette. Not sure what this is going to entail.
There's a lot of dust there. It looks like nobody's...
Oh, she's got the cleaning bug.
No, I just can't leave it. It must be cleaned.
I say this every time, but I can't get over how fucking awesome her hair is.
Quite reach. Just a little further. If only I was taller.
Miss Annette, if you carry on like that, I dare say the bookshelf shall give out in a few moments' time.
Professor Hanneman! Thank you so much. There is just so much dust up there.
I understand. I had noticed it myself, actually, and was just on my way to get a cloth for it. How about you leave this part to me?
Okay, thank you.
No need to thank me. I must admit, I'm rather impressed by your keen dust-spotting eye.
Is this whole support just like Hanneman's happy that he has like a really good student helping him out? And like Annette is just like happy to help someone and to work a bit more?
I just couldn't rest easy thinking that we hadn't finished cleaning in here.
Annette's the best.
How anyone can abide dust, even hidden dust.
Or they're just fighting like like-mindedness amongst themselves, in between themselves.
Like 2 peas in a pod. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a bit rude of me.
We do seem to be similar in a number of ways, yes? So I have a spot of advice for you, if you don't mind.
Yes?
Next time you identify a dusty patch in an inaccessible location, please send for me.
That's very kind, but I wouldn't want to bother someone as busy as you.
Nonsense. I'm keen to avoid a repeat performance of the tragedy of Miss Annette.
gosh, I'm so sorry about that. Right. Next time, I'll definitely call for you.
Indeed. I would never forgive myself if you managed to pull a whole bookcase over on yourself.
I promise that won't happen. Most likely.
Most like you can't account for Annette's clumsiness. Like, tell me if I'm like over-reading into this or I'm reading too much into this. It's fine if I am. But like the way like Annette like has had conversations with people like DEDUE, and has had conversations with people like Caspar, and has conversations with with Heinemann as well. Like she has really like used this like support she had with Byleth, by the way, to like slowly accept everyone else's support around her and help around her. Almost as if she like was supposed to like, or she came in here thinking that she has to do it by all by herself because she didn't have her dad. You know what I mean? Her and her mother probably did do everything by themselves, of course with her uncle too. And her uncle did make her strive for perfection too, so to have a bunch of people basically like, Annette, we will support you, we will help you, we will cook for you, we will make sure you're reminded of self, we will help you do this, we'll help you do that. It must feel rather strange but also really special at the same time.
Another day, another training session, I see. You're quite dedicated. And practicing with the sword today. You weren't any good with it when you were little, as I recall.
Little baby Dimitri not good with a sword? Her eyes.
Lord Rodrigue mentioned
Rodrigue.
He said you used to swing your sword so hard that you'd break it.
That's just the force of Dimitri.
Ago. I've had plenty of time to improve since then. Now I count swordplay as one of my specialties. Care to see for yourself?
They just hard cut.
Just take your word for it, can I? Let's see what you've got.
They hard cut to like Annette's tombstone, and everyone with their hand on Dimitri's shoulder. And Dimitri's like, "I swear, I thought it was a training sword." Catherine dying is not funny. It's funny that he thought it was a training sword. Okay.
I could say the same of you. I suppose we students still have much to learn.
No need for false modesty. We fought as equals just now. You're strong, and your form is excellent. You're clearly an experienced fighter.
How special is it to have
greedy. You can't be so
someone like Catherine in Dimitri's life?
Greedy? I see. I'll take that note to heart. You have my thanks for the instruction.
It returns. The formality of stiffness.
Someone who can like support him, like from his past as well, who is an older person as well in his life.
Care to join me?
I appreciate the invitation, but I have certain duties I must attend to this evening.
Of course you do. Never mind about my plans then.
Odd.
I thought you'd say that. You have the same sense of responsibility as I do.
You think so? I didn't want to push you to join me. We can just do it another day. I'll confess, I'm taking a shine to you. I'd like to talk to you more.
I would like that as well. Ever since I saw you wielding a sword all those years ago, I've been following in your footsteps. To be able to stand with you and cross swords is quite a...
Hey, slow down. Where did all this come from? You're embarrassing me. That's enough chatter for now anyway. Let's get back to sparring. This time with lances. I won't hold back. Show me what you can do.
Right. Prepare yourself.
I don't know. I just think it's really great for them to have like that little support between them. Especially since Dimitri has lost a lot of the older figures in his life. Instruct manually because like at this point like there's no point in not doing it, you know? It makes a lot of sense. We'll just instruct as much as we can. So Cyril, I want to get like up as quick as possible. We're trying to get him up with lances, aren't we? So he can become a bow knight. He's doing his best. He's doing his best. He can't help it. Like if the odds are stacked against him. Marianne didn't get to eat either, the poor girl. She's probably very hungry. Get Dimitri's authority up to a B+. It's probably not going to get up now, but like it will eventually get up there. I do feel like we are getting into like the stages of the game that where like it just feels like I'm just like, okay, let's I guess we'll do Felix. So I don't know. Seems like a good idea. Poo. Oh, I thought he was gonna do another poo. You're great. You're doing good now as well. But then again, everyone's like, oh, let's get an S rank. Let's do an S rank by my hand. Oh no, it's not gonna happen. I thought it could. It might happen at some point. It might happen at some point. Ingrid's good. You're gonna get a B+ in authority. Awesome. Before the final battle, we're gonna be like, make sure they have all the battalions with them. Make sure everyone's like fully ready for the stuff. I'm gonna get you a B+ too if I can. It's probably not gonna get fully there, but like it's close to it. I'm thinking of doing something really dumb after the series is over. And for a video in between this and the next Let's Play, which will be Mario Galaxy, I believe, I'm thinking of doing something really dumb. And that's like a Fire Emblem 3 houses, and every single character in the game, hair tier list. Ranking every single character in the game by their hairstyles, both past and future, or present, I should say. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I think it's probably gonna be the, like, out of all the stuff I've said. Oh, look at this crew coming up to attack me. Those from Northern Fargus are used to the frigid cold. Although Garrigmok is located atop a mountain, the summer heat can be quite unbearable for soldiers from the north. What can we do to boost their morale? A chilling ghost? No. You can cover the windows, keep them heated big. Cooling off in nearby river is always a good option. I mean, right? They like it too. Sylvain's like, a river? You know, a river's a lot like a girl. It's water and stuff, you know? Hey, Sylvain, do you want a cup of tea? You know, a cup of tea is a lot like a girl, Teach.
It'll be done in no time.
Agreed. You're in.
You got it.
Look at these two efficient monsters. Did it work? Wow, well done, guys. These two monsters of efficiency.
Interesting. I'm starting to
Oh, she got more range in her white magic, which is great. Mighty blow. Well, we have to remember to equip some skills as well. We're coming next time. Wait, who wants to meet up? Yeah, do it. Participate. Always participate. The two best friends doing it as well. The ones who fought for 5 years. Never talked for 5 years. It's Flame's birthday. I don't think we gain... Do we gain much from, like... Yeah, like... Now I feel bad. I was thinking, like, do we gain much from, like... I feel terrible. It's just that, like, I'm pretty sure the last time we did it with Flame, I got it, like, wrong 300 times. At this point, can we just, like, bring him to his next class? Like, right now, he's, like, close to his ex... Like, will it matter much if we, like, reclass him now to his new class? To a Mortal Savant? Because, like... We need him to look cool. I'm sorry, guys. It's happening. I'm gonna do this with a few characters, guys, so I know they need their skills, but I feel like we're at a point as well where our characters are already destroying people. If there's some people, we can always reclass them if you believe we should do that. Oh, you're... Yeah, you're definitely going on to your next class. A Gremory. Yes, it feels good. Annette is not... I think we'll leave some of them, but we'll see if we want to go on with, like, with you... Like, we're going on to do, a War Master, which is going to be so freaking good for you. You're going to look so good at 2. Warrior is almost done too. So should we, like... Should we wait with some of these characters? With Felix, I feel like he's so overpowered at this point that it doesn't even matter to get those new skills. With you, though... Wait, is Bow Knight 52%? That's not... No, we should probably wait. We should definitely wait. It's tempting, but we should wait. Oh, you want to come in to be a master, so a great knight. 46%, then we need to get his writing up. This is something I can think about. Look at my shield. What do you think? It's a good shield, isn't it? Very good. Actually, it's a nice shield, though. Yeah, we should wait to get his writing up as well. So that's something we have to do in the next class, is writing skills for Gilbert. Manuela is okay. Oh no, you're not okay. Heineman's not okay. So advanced. We have no advanced seals, but what could we get him up to? We could get him up to a sniper. Oh my god, look at him. Dude, it's so weird. Or a warlock. He looks even weirder. What does he look like in all these outfits? Never again. I'm sorry. I subjected everyone to that. Warrior. You look... Wyvern Rider. Okay, why does he look so weird to me? He shouldn't look this weird. Fortress and... Oh, this is gonna look so... Oh no, that looks more normal than the other ones. Assassin. Why is he... Why does he look so weird to me? Why does he look... Okay, that looks kind of cool. Bishop. That looks awesome. The bishop looks awesome. See, that looks awesome, but like, I don't know why these outfits just look so weird to me. I'm sorry, I've been spending way too much time on that. Flane is okay for now, but again, a few of these characters, like, bringing him onto their next class isn't going to hurt him entirely. Ingrid's fully done here. She's fully in her final class. I wonder if bringing that... No, we'll wait a second. Sylvain's fully in his final class. You're now in your final class. You're in your final class. Byleth is in his final class. No, he's not. What are we going for here with Byleth's final class? I think Grappler was the one we wanted to do. Which is the highest percentage here? None of them. War Master, I suppose? We get our axe skills up? Is that what we're going to have to do? I think we're going to have to get our axe skills up if we do want to do something like that. So that's something we can train with. That's not going to happen. I think Grappler's fine. He's freaking perfect the way he is. Okay. So I think we're going to... I think that's good for now. We have no Paralog battles this month, which is very strange. But what we will do is we'll buy a advanced seal. Reason being, of course, where is this now? We want to like Heinemann deserves to like be, you know, a new class. I'm sorry for laughing at this poor man. Like it's just you're so used to seeing him in his regular outfit that's like this kind of looks cool. As we said, the hero looks cool. The bishop looks freaking awesome, but then the rest of the outfits like just look so weird to me for some reason. I don't know why. Here, you can have this class though. Take warlock. I kind of want to make him a sniper just for the fun of it too though. Now it looks kind of cool to me. I don't know why it's changed. Maybe it's just because when you look at it for long enough. Yeah, why does it not look weird to me now this second? It's like, okay. No, it still looks kind of funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just the shock of seeing him out of his outfit. We're making you into a warlock. Yes. Guys, that's all we're going to do for this episode here. We're going to continue on with this series as we're going forward. I don't know how many sports we're going to be having next time, but I'm excited to see. I'll see you all guys very soon. Bye-bye.